welcome to Saturdays in Stitches. I'm Angela, owner of Mended Hearts Quilting and Boutique in Ellsworth, Iowa.
And I'm Erin. I'm the sales manager here at Mended Hearts.
And today on Saturdays in Stitches, we are going to talk about everything and nothing.
All at once.
All at once.
And what's your demo about?
My demo is about equilateral triangles. I had to say that in my head over and over so I don't mispronounce it. Equilateral triangles. And we have an amazing kit to talk about.
So, put in the comments if you are a math nerd and like things like equilateral triangles, or if you have to Google it and figure out what it means.
Yeah. You don't say what I did.
Did you Google it?
Oh my gosh.
Like when
funny.
you were talking about it, I kind of remember some of it from high school. Like you said, all sides equal. But then I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't remember the rest. Because there's more than just that kind of triangle.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ones, yeah, but no, for the purpose of this particular quilt block, that's all you need to know. It just needs to be equilateral.
All right.
Okay. So if you don't want to listen to us carry on and on and on, there's stamps down below to take you to Kit Talk. We'll be talking about this kit behind us, and to the demo. But in the meantime,
we are going to talk about...
I thought over the weekend, for sushi with my kids.
Did you eat it?
Yeah. I'm not like a huge fan, but wasabi is pretty good, so. And I like a couple of their appetizers, so my oldest got a 4.0 for his GPA at his junior year in college, and he wanted a prize. Sure. I'll take it for sushi.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why we did that. I'm not sure really what else I did that day, but then Sunday I got the rest of my sewing machines and sewing machine tables and cutting table moved up into my new sewing room, and I started going through things and cleaning things out, so I did that all day Sunday.
How much cussing was involved in that, getting all those big tables up there?
Really none. And I'll tell you why. Thomas came over and he removed the tops and got them down to a decent place to be able to move them so they weren't so heavy. And then I have what's my cutting table? The Kookaburra. My Kookaburra cutting table. The sides just fold down so nicely that it's very easy to move. So, and the drawers come out, so that took some of the weight off of it. But no, everything was actually pretty easy. I think everybody was overthinking it, so they were not happy about doing it. And then when it was all done, they were like, "Oh, that wasn't so hard."
Well, good.
Honestly, my big tubs of fabric are a lot heavier than the sewing machine table, and I do have a lot of tubs of fabric, so yeah, that's probably about it. So shall we talk about the special day of the week it was yesterday?
Yesterday was my birthday, big 46.
What'd you do for your birthday?
It worked.
No, I mean, but there was a weekend before.
Saturday was Embroidery Club here. So then after Embroidery Club being crazy, I went and met my friend in Ankeny for supper. And we just hung out for a while. We haven't hung out in person for a while, so that was nice. We talk every day, but it's always over the phone, not not in person. And then Sunday morning we went out for breakfast, and that was about it. That was my big birthday celebration.
There you have it.
It's just not as exciting anymore. You know, like nobody throws me a big party or anything.
Dang it.
So, maybe when I turn 50, maybe somebody will throw me a big party.
Yeah, they might.
I doubt it. They're just not those kind of people, my family.
No.
They don't think about stuff like that.
Mine is not either. And my next big one will be 60, and I am not having a party. We're just gonna forget that. We're gonna forget that day's happening.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I still got 4 years. It's fine. Oh my God.
So, let's see. So I turned 46, and yeah, so then yesterday on my lunch break, I put on my Snapchat my birthday cake flavored protein bar, because when you're 46, you have to eat protein bars to get your protein in and stay healthy. So that was my treat.
You just get lettuce in your 50s, so.
Oh, something to look forward to.
You'd be happy about that protein bar.
So then my son wrote back on my Snapchat, and he's like, "Mom, you're almost the big 5-0. How are the dinosaurs treating you now?" So that was fun. So I sent him a nasty message back.
Rude little people.
Yeah. And my father-in-law called and left me a voicemail, which was hilarious because he doesn't know how to text, or we're just glad he can use his cell phone most days. But so he left me a voicemail, and he said, "Did you go to the Social Security office today?" And then at the end, okay, so we've been married for almost 25 years. At the end, he goes, "By the way, this is Kevin's dad." Of course it is. Who else would it be? Like, oh my gosh. So that was hilarious. Then I let Kevin listen to it. I'm like, "Listen to your dad." Like, of course it just...
That's funny.
Like, I wouldn't recognize... Besides the fact that my phone tells me who it is, like, I wouldn't recognize who was calling.
I feel like that would be really great to do to my kids. Like, every time I call them, "Hey, this is your mom." Oh my God.
I think that they would get annoyed pretty fast.
Oh yeah, it would only take one time, especially for Thomas. He'd be super annoyed.
Like when people on Facebook put in their comments, like, "This is your mom." Like, yeah, I can see your name. I know who it is.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny I've said this before, I listen to the second date updates. You would be surprised how many moms get involved in dating lives. And the last one I listened to, this guy went out, they kind of live in a small town. So this guy had gotten divorced. This girl, he'd known since high school, still lived in town. They decided to go out, and then she wasn't calling him back. So he admitted that while he was out on a date with her, his mom just happened to show up
Oh my God.
in the restaurant and said hi to her, and this kind of stuff. And he goes, "I promise I didn't plan that at all. I just told her, hey, I'm going out on a date with so-and-so," and she knew her mom, and it was, because it's a small town. So then they get the girl on the phone, and the reason why she wasn't calling him back was because after the date, it had been a few days and she hadn't returned his phone call yet, and he must have said something to his mom about it. She called her up and lit her up a little bit about why wasn't she calling him back and blah, blah, blah. So he was extremely embarrassed. And he apologized, and so this girl agreed to go out on another date with him as long as his mother knew nothing about it. So then they did like an update. They called him to see how the next date went, and they had been dating now for quite a while. And what they did was, this is like so funny. She was a single mom, so they put her on a dating site and got her busy in her own love life so she would stay out of theirs.
Oh my gosh.
And so they taught her how to use the dating site, and so she's been going out on dates. But then they said, yeah, it's kind of fun for us too, because we actually go to the restaurant ahead of time and we sit at another table and watch her on the date.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they're like, wait, you're doing the same thing that she did to you. And then they're like, yeah, but she's old and we're worried about how, how she's not going to understand that some people aren't very nice. And I'm thinking, yeah, I don't. Just because you're old doesn't mean you're naive when it comes to dating. Come on. Oh my God, that is so funny. I would have been mortified.
I can't imagine just showing up on one of their dates, like...
Across the restaurant.
Yeah.
Hi.
No. No way.
Oh my God. That would be a good practical joke on my middle child, I'll tell you. Oh my God, that would be too funny.
So what book were you talking about you started reading or listening to? We say reading, but we listen.
Yeah, yes, I have to listen when I'm long-arming. The Divorce by Frida McFadden.
I have a hard time with her books because I just feel like they're boring, and then all of a sudden there's a big twist, which I like, but like, well, until it gets to that point, it's hard to get into it.
For me, I listen to it while I'm sewing or doing something else. So when I'm doing that, I can't listen to something, like I can't listen to a Stephen King because there's too many things you gotta remember and so many characters, and so I kind of focus and not focus, and because you're doing something else. So, but so that's why I like hers, is because they're not as intense, but I like the twist at the end. And so I have listened to a lot of hers, but I just can't stand how stupid she makes the women in it to begin with.
And she's a doctor.
Lord.
Like, so I am in a Frida McFadden Facebook group, and she's a doctor, like, and until, like, I don't even remember, just this past year, no one knew that it was her, because she would wear wigs and disguises all the time, and then she finally started, like, showing her real
who she is,
self, and being recognized and everything.
Well, it's funny you say that, because the main character, the wife in this book, is a doctor.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. But she gave up her practice to stay at home with their child. And so she became a stay-at-home mom in the book, And I can't. and I even thought that at first. So I'll say it again. The woman shows up at her house. She picks her kid up after school, shows up at her house. Her husband has changed the locks. He tells her that they're remodeling the kitchen, and so he's changed the locks because of the people coming in and out, And she's like thinking to herself, why wouldn't you do that after they've gone? Like, why change them beforehand? But, well, my husband knows what he's doing, da-da-da-da-da. So anyway, he opens the door for her, explains all this, and then he tells her that it's an anniversary surprise, so he wants her to go stay at an apartment that they have, and he's got all of her bags packed for her. And he won't let her in the house, because it's all a surprise. Now granted, she just left that morning and ran errands and dropped the kid off at school, picked the kid up after school, and did all the things, and then came home. No, let me in my house. That's what I would say. But she's so dumb. she swears he's not having an affair. She's in an apartment now by herself, and he just told her that he wants a divorce. And I'm like, lady, you just lost the house. You got to stand your ground. If I come home and the locks are changed, I'm going through the window. Just be aware.
So that comes back to some of your big, bold Aries energy.
Right?
You're not just going to let it go.
No, I'm not. Oh my gosh. Nope. I'm coming through that window and I'm staking claim on my home. Oh God. And it just goes on from there. I mean, I'm not very far in. And I keep hoping that she stabs him or something, but
Probably not.
I mean, you never know. There's a twist in every
You
book,
never know,
right?
right?
You never know.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, oh, okay.
I just started one of Nora Roberts' books. It said it was released in May. I don't remember the title, but it's good so far. But I just started it.
I've seen a lot of her books that were put into movies. I don't know if I've ever read one of her books.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's no way I've read all of them, but I've read a majority of them. She has some trilogies that are really good, and like she has some witch trilogies. Like they'll be like sisters or best friends, and they're all like witches, secret witches, and I really like her stuff. Some of the stuff from the 80s and 90s now is a little cheesy, but of course it's going to be because it's outdated, but
That makes for a fun listen, though.
my gosh, I can't stand it. Like, I accidentally, like sometimes on Audible, it'll say like that it's newer, but it's only newer because it's new to Audible, when really it was written like in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
So I downloaded one afternoon, and it was all like smoking their cigarettes in the house, and like and nobody can call for help because nobody has cell phones, and like, come on, what is this stuff? So
oh my!
no, I don't find it good. I want now.
Oh my gosh, that is too.
You should
funny.
check it out, though, Nora Roberts. I love her stuff.
Yeah, listen, I'll check it out and see. I think probably I'm just thinking more of the cheesy 80s and 90s
And it used
when
to,
they made them into miniseries.
yeah,
or
and it
whatever.
used to be like really cheesy, romancy stuff. But she's kind of changed throughout the years. I mean, there's still some cheesy romance. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I like it.
I'll check it out. I need something mind-numbing when I'm listening to or quilting my quilts. Yeah. Huh.
I've been having a hard time getting into sewing at home, and I think it's because I hadn't had anything good to listen to lately.
There hadn't been anything. I had like 8 Audible credits sitting there. I thought, oh my gosh, I need to start listening to something again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well, should we talk about this quilt behind us?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll check back next week and I'll let you know if she finally stabbed her husband.
I'm gonna guess probably not, but I haven't read the book.
I need to write a book. There'd be so many trigger warnings. That's a whole nother thing. Why do you have to have trigger warnings on Audible before the books? And those trigger warnings are ridiculous.
What did Darren from H&H, the head guy, do you remember what he said? Like, his kids came home and were they got shown Dead Poet Society in school. His high school kids.
Yeah.
But they were mad because no one gave them trigger warnings. And then what happens in that? Like suicide maybe or something?
Yeah, I think it's suicide.
I haven't watched it in a long time,
either.
but so he was saying how upset his kids were because they didn't have trigger warnings before they showed him this movie from the 2000s, and I'm like, nah, your whole life can't be a trigger warning. Like,
oh my God.
you're never gonna learn to cope if you don't know how to just take some things. right? Like,
right?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we needed trigger warnings. Maybe that would have made it better.
No. I'm happy the way things were. Yep.
All right. Anyway, you can put below in the comments your thoughts on trigger warnings.
They're so irritating.
I just think sometimes you need to experience a little shock in your life.
Shock and awe.
Not everything should be spelled out for you. Okay, so behind us we have kit 1268. The kit is called Picture Perfect. It is a Villa Rosa design, so it's a quicker afternoon weekend project. So you're doing squares. I was trying to see if it said like what size of squares, but I don't see it real quick. So you have your panels, so 4 big panel blocks and then squares around it. So I think Denise actually got this done in an afternoon, if not 1-2 afternoons. That's what's nice about Villa Rosa patterns is usually they're pretty quick go together.
And let's not worry about the direction of your plaids. Let's just sew them together.
Did Denise worry about it? I mean, she doesn't worry about it, but did she get any?
She doesn't, but I mean, it's not bad at all.
No, it's not.
And the way the fabric is cut, it's imprinted, it's pretty straight anyway, but no, it's...
Now, if you are concerned about it, Megan has typed up paperwork. This goes in all of our kits. And she does talk about directional fabric and how to get it straight and all the things in here. Like we talked about earlier, though, if you're not concerned about it, you can just cut what Villa Rosa says and keep on chugging along.
If you're newer, Villa Rosa patterns, just for the record, are not highly detailed.
Yeah.
They have the pictures. They have very, just do this, this, this. So it is nice to have this. Now I can't do this. I'll just look at the picture and do this. So if you're that kind of person, that's great. But if you are newer or if you like all the detail, then that'll be helpful for you.
Yeah, so Mikkel asked me about Villa Rosa patterns the other day because she's still new to quilting. Mikkel works here too. And I said, you know, they're great that they're usually smaller projects and they're quick. However, if you haven't done a lot of the technique, it can get frustrating. Like, so for me, one of my first ones that I did after I started here was Villa Rosa, and it had half square triangles. Well, I didn't really know how to make half square triangles other than what I did. But it doesn't go on here and say, like, put this together, do this, this, and this. It's like, make your half square triangles.
Yeah.
And then you can figure out how to do that. So that's how they keep the cost down on them, too, I'm sure, because it's just one little postcard.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is... The fabric in this is from Plaid Venture Club. I was trying to see... Oh, that's not going to tell me. I can't... Is this Riley Blake?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I can't remember. That's why I was trying to look it up.
Yeah, it's Riley Blake.
But super cute fabric. Like this one has little dogs on it. All the beautiful plaids are in there. Your panel. And as always, everything for the top, your quilt top and binding and pattern are in here. This one has all kinds of different little mallards on it. Ducks.
And the panel itself, I know you can't see it, it's up higher. There's a fish, and then you have your bird dog. Buck stops here, that's funny. And then you have duck and cover. You have your duck way down here at the bottom.
I can put a picture of the whole thing.
And it's on the website too. It's on our website.
I can just add a picture on top of us right now so that everybody can see it.
Yeah.
But very nice plaids. Oh, and an argyle. I love argyle. That's one of my favorite prints.
It just reminds me of socks.
Well,
that's when I see argyles in socks.
so that is kit 1268 Picture Perfect. And that is up on the website. As always, the link is below. You can follow the link and it'll take you there. So now Angela's going to take us over and talk to us and show us how to use an equilateral triangle. Right?
And she's going to remember to press record this time.
What fun is that?
Right? Okay. Let's make a block using a 60-degree equilateral triangle. So at Mended Hearts Quilting and Boutique, we have the Quilt in a Day, their version. Now, just in case you don't know, equilateral means that it is the same on every side. Each side is the same measurement on your triangle. So we have that particular one. We have a True Cut, their version. So if you use the True Cut rotary cutter, it has the edge on it that you can line your rotary up on. So this is the True Cut 60-degree triangle. And then we also carry Creative Grids version as well. Only difference, the Creative Grids is a little bit bigger, so obviously you can use it with longer strips, more strips I should say. So in today's demo I am using the Quilt in a Day version. And it is an 8.5 inch triangle. So we had a customer in and she was curious about a block that had been made and wanted to be able to make the same block. The block that she had in the quilt, it was done with t-shirts and dress shirts from somebody who had passed away. So this is a great way to use up scraps. It's a great way to use up bits of clothing to make a memory quilt. So just very quickly, when you are going to cut this, I have sewn, in this instance, I have sewn 3 2.5 inch strips together. I just picked 3 that I liked out of a jelly roll that I had on hand, and then I went ahead and cut. So you're going to line up. I line up my top and my side. I make my first cut over here, and then I make my cut here. Then I'm going to flip my triangle and I'm going to make that cut. Then I'm going to flip, make this cut, flip, make this cut, and so on and so forth. So I've already cut this whole row out so that you can see this in completely cut out. So the block that we're going to make, now you can make it a couple of different ways. You can pull it together so that all of your outside row and all of your center are the same color. Now when doing this, you're going to have to make sure that you have 2 strip sets that are matching if you want to get enough blocks to make your blocks be cohesive, where the same color is here versus the same color out here. I personally like every other. I think it kind of adds something else to it. So I prefer my block to be like this, with every other color on the outside, every other color on the inside. So 2 ways of doing that, and that is using 3 2.5 inch strips to get this size. Then I decided, just for fun, to pull one out, because if you're using pull some fabrics out that are, and cut them different sizes, because if you're using t-shirts or dress shirts or something that you want to make a memory quilt of, or quite possibly you could just have your scraps that you're trying to use up. This is cut at 4 inches. This one I cut at 3 inches. And then this one is just a 2.5 inch strip off of my jelly roll. So this is going to be done the exact same way as I showed you on the first one, where you're just gonna line up here, and then I also line up along my stitch lines with my ruler, just to make sure that you're keeping everything nice and even. And then you'll make your cut, and then again, just like I showed earlier, flipping your ruler, and you're going to line up along this edge, line up along this edge, and then you will look along here, the lines on your ruler, to make sure it's going right along that seam line. Now, as you're cutting, if it gets off a little bit, there's nothing wrong with straightening that out and then just trimming up a little bit along your strip sets if you need to as you're going. So now in this instance, after you make your cut and you flip, just like with our other block, you're going to have the different fabrics in different places. But in this particular one, you're also going to have your different size in different places. So if you kind of like a crazy quilt and you would like to sew these together like this, maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but it does make an interesting design. So you could, if you wanted, sew something together like this. A very, very wonky block, but it's kind of cool looking. So food for thought. But if you want one that's cohesive, like we talked about with the first one, then you're going to want to make sure that you do 2 strip sets, 2 full strip sets, and this is going salvage to salvage on my strips when I'm cutting them. So 2 strip sets, and you will have to cut those that way. You will have enough blocks that you will have the larger piece in the center on some of them. Like so. And then you will have enough that has the smaller in the center. So you have a more cohesive block. So fun blocks you can make using your strip sets and using your 60-degree equilateral triangles. Now, just a quick tip. When I am piecing my strip sets together, I press all one direction. When you cut everything apart, if you decide to stitch them together opposites, then your seams will nest nicely together when you sew these together. If you decide to go every other one, so you have that more cohesive block, when you stitch these together, your seams are going to be going the same way. So in this instance, you might want to press one of your blocks the opposite direction so that you can nest those seams if you prefer to have your seams nested when you sew them together. Now, another little tip, when you decide to sew your blocks together, you are going to sew them in rows. Everything in quilting will go together in rows of some way, shape, or form, so you can avoid the Y seams. So you'll sew these three together, these three pieces of the pie, these three pieces of the pie, and then your rows will be like this. And then your next one you're gonna sew together, next one sew together, and then this is going to go on here. And so, and then this end would be attached to the next row, whichever block you're going to put in there. So you need to keep that in mind, and when you're putting these together, you may want to have a design wall or someplace where you can really lay everything out to see how they're going to all go together, so you don't accidentally end up sewing the wrong sets together, which can happen very easily. And maybe you like that look, you know? Again, you can have it as cohesive or as wonky as you like, but this is a great way for you to use up your scraps and just make a really, really fun quilt. Again, using your 60-degree equilateral triangles. So hopefully you guys will bust into your stash and make some fun blocks, and it is a good way to kind of have a stash buster project. Okay, can't wait to see your fun blocks that you make using your 60-degree equilateral triangles. Thanks for watching. Hanging out with us today on Saturdays in Stitches. We will see you next Saturday.
And don't forget to like, comment, and share us with your friends so everyone can talk about nothing and learn a new technique. Yeah. Bye.